Your body is burning fat right now, at this exact moment. The problem is, you've probably been doing three specific things every day that are quietly shutting that process down. Let's start with tip number 1, and this one is going to feel almost too simple. Eat more protein. Seriously, if you do nothing else on this list, this single change will move the needle more than almost any workout routine you've tried. Here's why protein is so special when it comes to fat loss. Your body burns more calories just digesting protein than it does digesting carbs or fat. This is called the thermic effect of food, and protein's thermic effect is roughly 2 to 3 times higher than the other macronutrients. On top of that, protein keeps you full for longer, which means you naturally eat less without even trying. And critically, it protects your muscle mass while you're in a calorie deficit, because losing muscle while dieting is one of the biggest mistakes people make. Aim for around 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight daily, and watch what happens over the next few weeks. Tip number 2 is something that sounds almost too good to be true. Sleep more to burn more fat. Research consistently shows that sleep deprivation messes with two key hormones, ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is the hormone that makes you feel hungry, and leptin is the one that signals fullness. When you're sleep-deprived, ghrelin spikes and leptin drops, which is basically your body putting you in a hunger storm you can't control. Studies have shown that people who sleep fewer than 6 hours per night tend to consume significantly more calories the following day compared to those who get 7 to 9 hours. More sleep also means better workout performance, which leads to more calories burned during exercise. Fix your sleep, and you've fixed a massive piece of the fat loss puzzle. Now here's tip number 3, and this is where things get really interesting. Stop obsessing over cardio and start lifting weights. So many people think fat loss is all about long treadmill sessions, and while cardio has its place, strength training is actually your secret weapon for sustainable fat loss. When you build muscle, your resting metabolic rate increases. That means your body burns more calories around the clock, even while you're sitting on the couch watching TV. Muscle tissue is metabolically active in a way that fat tissue simply is not. A solid strength training routine done 3 to 4 times per week will reshape your body in a way that endless cardio simply cannot. You'll burn more fat, look better, and feel stronger. Don't skip the weights. Tip number 4 is about something you're probably doing without even realizing it, and it could be quietly wrecking your fat loss results. Managing stress levels is not just about feeling calm, it's about controlling cortisol. Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone, and when it's chronically elevated, it actively encourages your body to store fat, particularly around the belly area. Chronic stress also drives cravings for high-calorie comfort foods, creates poor sleep, and reduces your motivation to exercise. The solution isn't to eliminate all stress because that's impossible. Instead, build intentional recovery into your routine. Walks in nature, breath work, limiting doom scrolling before bed. Even 10 minutes of daily meditation can meaningfully reduce cortisol levels over time. Fat loss is not just a gym problem, it's a lifestyle problem. We're halfway through, and I want to remind you that the reason these tips actually work is because they work together. They create a system, not just a checklist. Keep that in mind as we move into tip number 5. Tip number 5 is hydration. And before you roll your eyes, hear me out, because most people are dramatically underestimating how dehydration affects their fat loss. Studies have shown that drinking water before meals can reduce calorie intake at that meal by up to 13%. Your body also sometimes confuses thirst for hunger, meaning that hunger signal you feel mid-afternoon might just be your body asking for water, not food. On top of that, adequate hydration supports optimal metabolic function, and even mild dehydration has been shown to slow down your metabolism. A simple target is to drink half your body weight in ounces of water per day, and try drinking a large glass about 30 minutes before each meal. This one habit alone can create a meaningful calorie deficit without you changing anything else. Tip number 6 is something that goes against most mainstream dieting advice, and that's why so few people actually do it. Stop cutting calories so aggressively. Extreme calorie restriction is one of the most counterproductive things you can do for long-term fat loss. When you slash your calories too drastically, your body interprets this as a survival threat and responds by slowing your metabolism down significantly. This is known as metabolic adaptation, and it's the reason so many people hit a plateau after a few weeks of aggressive dieting. They've essentially trained their body to function on fewer calories, making further fat loss nearly impossible. The smarter approach is a moderate deficit of around 200 to 500 calories below your maintenance level. This creates steady, sustainable fat loss without triggering that protective metabolic slowdown. Slow and steady genuinely wins this race. And now we're at tip number 7, the one I promised you at the start. This is the tip most fitness content completely ignores, and it's the one that ties everything together. Non-exercise activity, thermogenesis, which you'll often see abbreviated as NEAT, refers to all the calories you burn through daily movement that isn't formal exercise. This includes walking, fidgeting, taking the stairs, doing household chores, gesturing when you talk, even standing instead of sitting. Research suggests that NEAT can account for a difference of up to 2,000 calories per day between individuals, which is absolutely staggering. Two people doing identical workouts can have dramatically different fat loss results simply because one of them moves significantly more throughout their regular day. A sedentary person who starts walking an additional 8 to 10,000 steps per day can create a calorie deficit that rivals many formal exercise routines, all without ever setting foot in a gym. The practical application here is simple. Look for opportunities to move more in your everyday life. Park further away, take phone calls standing up, walk during your lunch break, use the stairs. These small choices compound into massive results over weeks and months. So let's bring this all together. Eat enough protein to preserve muscle and stay full. Prioritize quality sleep to regulate hunger hormones. Lift weights to boost your resting metabolism. Manage your stress to keep cortisol in check. Stay hydrated to support metabolism and reduce false hunger signals. Create a moderate and sustainable calorie deficit rather than an extreme one. And maximize your daily movement through NEAT to amplify your calorie burn without extra gym time. None of these tips require an expensive supplement. None of them require an extreme diet or a punishing workout schedule. What they require is consistency, patience, and a willingness to play the long game. Fat loss that lasts is not built on 30-day challenges. It's built on daily habits that you can actually sustain for the rest of your life. If this video helped you, drop a comment below and let me know which tip surprised you the most. And if you want to go deeper on any of these topics, I've got full videos breaking down each one in detail. Hit subscribe and you won't miss any of them. Your future self is already thanking you for watching this today.